That's very, very exciting. So congratulations on 2 million subscribers in 15 seconds.
Let's go.
14.
Here we go.
13,
Here we go, boys.
12.
We
We got the
got it.
champagne ready.
Oh,
We got the
yeah.
champagne ready.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Inevitable.
4, 3, 2, 1. 2 million.
And bam! Let's go.
I couldn't even get my champagne open.
Yes. Let's go. Let's
Oh,
go.
that is awesome. Perfect timing.
Is Benny Johnson botting his subscribers on YouTube? What is going on with his channel? Benny Johnson came into the spotlight in September of last year when it was revealed that the company he's employed by, Tate Media, was indicted with allegations of receiving $10 million to distribute Russian propaganda. Benny was among the influencers named to have received these payments, along with Dave Rubin, Tim Pool, Lauren Southern, and others. Benny, along with some of the others listed, said that he is a victim of this plot if the allegations are proven true. And now, some more shadiness surrounding Benny Johnson has been revealed. Across April, May, and June of this year, Benny Johnson's YouTube channel gained 2.2 million subscribers. This makes it by far the fastest growing political channel on YouTube. Whether you agree or disagree with Benny's stances and politics, there is no doubt that this is absurd. And the closer you look at this, the sillier it gets. Here is a side-by-side comparison of Benny's subscriber growth during this period and his viewership growth. Typically, there will be a correlation between a channel gaining more subscribers and an increase in views. But as Benny's subscribers exploded, his views during this period did not. Here is an example of David Pakman's gained subscribers versus his views during this period that he showed as a comparison in his reporting of this story. This is what you will typically see when there's a massive increase in gained subscribers. It is correlated with an increase in views during that period. I can't prove that Benny Johnson is paying or accepting payment to bot his subscriber count, but in my opinion, it seems incredibly likely. Not just because of the evidence I mentioned, but also his shady past with the alleged payments he was receiving for the Russian propaganda he spewed on his channel, and his history of unethical practices like plagiarism, having been fired from his job as an editor at BuzzFeed in 2014 for 41 instances of plagiarism. I've been vaguely familiar with Benny Johnson for a long time, but he really came on my radar in March in one of the strangest moments of the year so far, when Benny hosted Andrew Tate, and incredibly they were joined by Donald Trump's presidential counselor, Alina Habba, who gushed over Tate, saying what a big fan she was and how much she sympathized with this degenerate.
Hi.
Hello, Alina.
Hi.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. I'm a big fan.
Well, nice
Big
to meet
fan.
you. I'm a fan. You're the one saving Trump. You're doing more important work than me.
America, not just Trump. And I agree with everything you just said. And I think that your anger is the same that President Trump has for our country. And the time is now for us to stop being wimps. I think that's exactly the right sentiment. And I also have to say that I sympathize with you because I think you go through a lot of the same show me the person, I'll find the crime that President Trump has gone through. I agree with everything you say. And I have your back out here in the States. And when I saw that you were going to be on, I said to Benny, I have to meet Andrew Tate. There is literally only one person with the same amount of anger and fire, and that's probably me and President Trump. But it's because you love what's right. And you're being under siege, and I see it. And just keep fighting. I mean, I'm here for it.
Just bizarre stuff. And Benny Johnson himself has kind of slipped under the radar as someone who spreads shameless propaganda for Andrew Tate. I meant to find some clips to show as examples for this video and was just stunned by the extent of it. Endless, shameless PR and propaganda regurgitating the exact talking points that we see Andrew Tate supporters using to lie about their human trafficking cases. This absolutely needs to be part of Benny Johnson's legacy. So here is a compilation of Benny Johnson being an Andrew Tate fanboy.
Andrew Tate went through these exact same Trump playbook in Romania, in case you're wondering exactly how far these tentacles go around the world and why they must be chopped off. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Tate now is free, or very close to being free. This is the same playbook. The scary part about this moment is that they use this playbook to take down some of the biggest leaders around the world. This the exact same playbook. They use it on influencers, on successful politicians. Here's the playbook. Make up a crime and then bankrupt that person, destroy their lives. We've always said on this channel, free Andrew Tate. We believe that what happened to Andrew Tate is exactly what happened. It's the same playbook used around the globe against freedom fighters, used to destroy Alex Jones, quite frankly. It's the same thing. And as we've seen with these Andrew Tate cases, many times these files are empty. They have no evidence against them. There really are like they're drummed up charges, either coerced out of victims, so-called, right? Or they're something that is totally and completely made up in order to malign Andrew Tate. There has been some huge revelations made in this trial, including but not limited to multiple victims coming forward saying they really like Andrew Tate and they don't accuse him of doing anything wrong at all. They were never human trafficked or raped or whatever. These are women on the record that Romanian authorities are using in a case against Andrew Tate, and his lawyer saying that there's zero evidence to hold Andrew Tate in custody right now, which is the Romanian secret police that raided Andrew Tate's compound with professional cameras and lighting equipment. How much World Economic Forum money is like pouring into Romania because they were able to take out the guy? You don't have to be a defender of Andrew Tate to say that this absolutely reeks of a political persecution for somebody who's inconvenient for those in power. I have seen zero evidence that Andrew Tate is guilty of the crimes they accuse him of because they haven't presented any evidence. The cases are going well in Romania in the sense that they don't have any evidence against him. And so they're trying to extradite him somewhere else where they can presumably rig another trial. We retain and remain staunch in our opinion. Free Andrew Tate, free his brother Tristan. This is a free speech issue based on all of the evidence and everything we've heard, and we've combed through all of it that's publicly available, is that they are bringing these charges because Andrew Tate became too famous, became too powerful, and they need young men to go into the meat grinder for the war machine. Andrew Tate, a man who we've followed for a long time, who has a profound and serious voice in culture. We're proud to defend his free speech and his also exoneration from charges that have been brought by the state for nothing. All right, here's Keanu Reeves, and here's Andrew Tate. And see the similarities. Andrew Tate would make a really good John Wick. We all know that those allegations are absolutely nonsense, and we've had multiple members of Tate's inner circle come forward saying they're not victims. We've played you those videos. So they're trying to destroy the Tates. It's not working. It's going to have the reverse effect, much like with Donald Trump. And he ran his mouth, and now Andrew Tate has been ran directly to prison for charges which aren't even real, which don't exist. From the New York Post saying that there are multiple victims, let me put big quotes around that, saying they're being used. They're not victims at all. They love the Tate brothers. We've covered that in subsequent videos. But I've never seen anything like this happen in my life. Like, why did the police film with professional cameras and lighting equipment their raid of Andrew Tate's compound? The whole thing smacks of a PR stunt by the Matrix or the World Economic Forum or the people who are on the side of Greta Thunberg or the people who are just annoyed by Andrew Tate. Some of the victims of those crimes, obviously, the Tate brothers. But you could also round into that equation Donald Trump, of course, Steve Bannon, other people that were truth tellers and they fighting through assassination attempts like President Trump and Andrew Tate fighting as well these charges against him. It's like that force was acting upon the universe, and finally the universe relented. Andrew Tate has often said there are no charges. There is no evidence in his file. He has a right to see his file, and there is no evidence. They want men to be strong and to be able to stand up for themselves, and Andrew Tate has proven that through all of this fraudulent trial, through all of the darts and daggers that have been thrown his way. He has held his composure, and he has absolutely proven himself to be rock solid and true. Ladies and gentlemen, we are happy that Andrew Tate is released today. Andrew Tate was, of course, being tortured by the machine, and the machine is breaking.
There is no doubt about it. Benny Johnson is a shameless degenerate. In my opinion, based on what we know and what he's produced on his channel, I would not put it past Benny Johnson to accept payment from self-confessed sex trafficking child predators to help them spread lies about their ongoing cases involving the alleged sex trafficking and raping of women and children. What a pathetic clown. That's it for this video. As well as subscribing, you can support the channel by becoming a member, or if you'd like to donate towards our legal fund to defend ourselves against Andrew and Tristan Tate's ridiculous, frivolous lawsuit. You can have a read of the lawsuit or donate at www.truthversustate.com.